How many times did you say yes today when you meant no? If you are feeling froggy, I want you to put the answer in the comments. Okay? And it's not to shame you, there's no judgment here. I want us to do better. I want us to do better. There is pure exhaustion in being everyone's go-to person. When does it become yes is detrimental to us and no is an act of love for ourselves and for others? In today's video, we're going to talk about getting comfortable with my favorite word, and that is saying no. And I feel like this is really important because there is not one client, whether it is in my 9 to 5 or it's in my practice or even working with my clinicians, there's not one day that goes by that I don't have a handful of people struggling with being able to say no. So let's talk a little bit about why no feels impossible. Because you're a people pleaser. And I don't say that as it's a bad thing or a judgmental thing. It is a fact. You operate off of being a people pleaser. It is your survival strategy. I want everyone to be happy. I want to make sure everyone is good. I don't want to disappoint anyone. And my worth equals how much I give people. Me loving people, the way they see that I love them is by how much I give of myself, how much I show up for them. And this reiterates the message that Black women must be strong and must be available. And that selfish, right? It's selfish of you to take care of yourself. It ends up being weaponized and used against you when you take time off, when you say no, when you take a vacation, or when you don't want to use your day to do something for someone else. It's you being selfish. And I truly believe that the word selfish has very much weaponized us as Black women, especially the high achievers, because people know that we do good work. They know that when we show up, we show out. They know that our 100% really is 1,000% next to someone else that could do it. And so they take advantage of that. But the problem is we allow them to take advantage of it. And some people don't even recognize. You may be listening and watching this video and don't even realize that people are taking advantage of you. So let's talk about what it's costing you. What does it cost you when you say yes more than you say no? Resentment. I know there is someone in your life right now who always comes to you asking a question and you say yes all the time, and that person annoys you a little bit. They annoy you a little bit. Like, here you go asking me for something again. Like, you always asking me for something, but I'm going to do it anyway because I love you. But you feel resentment towards those people that you love. You are feeling burnt out and you're physically exhausted. Like, you don't even have time to do the things that you need to do for yourself. You don't have time to go get your nails done, or you don't have time to go get your hair done, or you don't even have time to go get groceries. You don't have time to order the groceries because at this point, we don't even have to go get them. You don't even have time to order the groceries. Or just doing things that you want to do. You want to go to a museum. You want to go take a walk around the neighborhood, but you're exhausted. Or you said yes to a commitment that keeps you from being able to go out because the sun is starting to go down early and you don't want to be outside at night. Then what happens is these relationships are not built on love and from capacity. These relationships end up being built off of depletion. And also, you teach people that you don't have boundaries. You teach people to keep coming back to you and depending on you because they don't know nothing different. Why would they stop coming to you if every time they come, you say yes? That doesn't make sense to them. And so maybe what needs to happen for your brain to feel safe to say no is reframing your no. Reframing the things that you need to do with your no. Understand that no is a complete sentence. You don't have to say no, but. You don't have to validate your no. That may make people uncomfortable, and people may feel like they're entitled to a reason that you're telling them no, but that's not a fact. It's not true. And so maybe it's hard for you to say no because it's like, oh, I gotta have something on the end. I gotta tell them why. You don't have to tell them why anymore. Just say no. Understand that every yes to someone else is a no to you. You are saying no to you. Every time you choose someone else, you don't choose yourself. Understand that no doesn't mean you don't care. At some point, you equated when I tell someone no that I can't do something or I don't want to do something, it means that I don't care about them. It doesn't mean that you don't care about them. It means you care about you. And two things can exist. You can love someone and be there for them when you can, when you have the capacity or the time or the energy. You can also choose to be there for yourself. You can have a loving relationship and still choose you. You have to question that relationship if they have a problem with you choosing you. Boundaries are created for healthy relationships. It makes relationships that matter that you with the people that you love healthier. It does not destroy them. The only relationships that get destroyed when you say no are the ones who were in it for what they could get. And we don't want those relationships anyway. So here's some common scenarios that you may go through as a high achiever. So let's talk about work. Extra projects. Someone coming over to you, hey, can you do this project? We're short-staffed. I know you have a lot on your plate, but you're so good at what you do. Can you do this extra project? Hey, do you want to be on the birthday committee? Everybody got a birthday committee at work. Can you be on this birthday committee and collect the money from everyone for the gift card and get the balloons and get the card and make sure everyone signs the card? Or these opportunities that come out of nowhere, right? Do you think that you want to move over to this position over here? I think you would be such a good fit for it. Even though you really like the job that you're doing and you never had any thoughts of being promoted or having lateral moves, you just want to stay exactly where you are. With family, being the default caregiver, you need to go over there and check on your mom. Mom's doctor needs to talk to you. Did you reach out to your grandma? Right? The caregiver. Or how about the constant availability? Oh, you're off today? I'm gonna come by and swoop you up so that we could go X, Y, and Z. Oh, you're available today? You're off today? Can you go pick up my Oh, you're off today? Can I bring my kid over because I got an appointment? Yeah, that one. Right? I know that touched somebody. I know that touched somebody. Or how about the friends that make the last minute plans? So it's 8 o'clock in the morning and they're like, hey, at 2, you want to go do X, Y, and Z. No, I don't. Who did I tell? I can't remember who I was talking to. Oh, it was one of my therapy friends. We like to do stuff together. And she was like, I mean, I could give you a 24-hour notice before we do something. I said, oh no, honey, I need at least a week or two. My life does not work on last minute plans, a week or two. If it's not within a week or two, I cannot confirm that I can go. And I don't feel bad about it. That's just something that I will miss, and I don't struggle from FOMO. And that's kind of how you have to look at it. And then the emotional dumping. This is something I talk to my clients about all the time when they want to be a supportive friend, but they legit don't have the capacity to be the supportive friend. Because when we talk about using our support systems and asking someone if they have the capacity to deal with the emotional, like, dumping that's getting ready to happen, we give someone the decision to say yes or no. Now, if you never have the decision to tell someone you don't have the capacity, they just keep coming and dumping and dumping. You ever have that one person that every time you get on the phone with them, you're like, hey, how are you doing? And they just go in. They go in for 30 minutes to the point that when they call, you do not want to answer the phone. That person needs some boundaries. You need to have a conversation. You need to utilize your no, not today. And then let's think about our partners. Sex when we're not in the mood. That's a big one. That's probably going to need its own separate video because I think, especially those that are married, tend to have this idea of this task of what they should and shouldn't do. So we'll add that to our to what we need to talk about later on down the line. But also leaning into activities you don't enjoy, things that you don't want to do, different tasks in the home that you don't want to do that deplete you. You can say no, or you can have a conversation about it, but it doesn't always have to be a yes. So we are about implementation over here. So let's talk about how to start saying no. Start small. We're not going to start something real big like telling your mommy, your daddy, or your grandma no. Those are real big mountains. So we're going to start with low stakes situations. Okay, so use the 24-hour rule. Do not answer anything immediately. So when someone comes and asks you for something, I want you to use one of the following. I'm not available for that. That doesn't work for me. I have a prior commitment, even if it's to yourself. It doesn't have to be to anyone else. And let me check my schedule and get back to you. Do not let the yes just pop out of your mouth immediately when someone asks. Give yourself 24 hours. And if you genuinely don't want to do it and you feel uncomfortable with no, you use one of these scripts. And again, you don't have to over-explain it and you don't have to justify it. It is what it is. It doesn't work for me. And I want you to go into this knowing it's going to be uncomfortable. That is part of the process. It's going to be uncomfortable. I'm pushing you. I'm pushing you out of your comfort zone, out of that box. And what you're going to notice when you say no is that people will be upset. We've talked about how that is okay. That's not something for you to deal with. You'll feel guilty at first. Again, that's normal. And you'll start to see the people that are real. The real relationships will adjust and they'll respect you. And they'll be like, man, I see you. You got boundaries. You be telling me no, I need to do that too. Like, I really respect you for that. And as things start to shift, you'll have more energy for what matters to you. And you'll start to see the people that are using you for what it is that you give and the people that genuinely love you. And you deserve to know that. You deserve to know who's in your life for you and who's in your life for what they can get from you. So here's your practice. Okay? Your practice is to use these tools that I've given you and understand that saying no is a muscle you build. And so you have to practice. You have to do this on a regular basis, even when it doesn't feel good. I want you to start with one no this week. Just one. Every day. One. And notice who respects it and who doesn't. And I would prefer you not do a mental note, write it down, do a note in your phone or put it in a journal or something, but notice, start paying attention to the people who really get like those really nasty attitudes because you tell them no and they try to start telling you how you're changing or you've always done this before. Pay attention. Okay? And as always, if you've listened to this video or you've watched this video and you're like, I am very much stuck in the mud and I cannot get past this wall that is up about me being able to say no, and you need support with building boundaries, then understand that support is here for you. At Javery Integrative Wellness Services, we have a team of clinicians that are well versed in boundaries and being able to help you learn how to retrain your brain to just have better relationship with yourself and with others. We are currently taking clients. So if you go to javerywellness.com/get-started, you can fill out the intake form and we can get you placed with the best therapist for you today. Other than that, thank you so much for being here. If you've enjoyed this content and you want more of it, go ahead and like and subscribe. I want to know in the comments how many times today you said yes when you went no, and what script do you think works best for where you're at right now? I want to know what script you're going to use, okay? And until next time, thank you so much. I will talk to you in the next video.